Alright, the second to last map. Welcome everyone to the end. Well, not the end quite yet, but the path to the end of our SpellForce The Order of Dawn Let's Play. Now, like I said, second to last map. After this one, we've only got one more. This one, however, can be quite annoying for many people. Why exactly? I'll tell you. I'll show you, rather. And while I show you, you need to show me how you join my Discord. Links below in the description. Just go down, click the link, and let's talk. Anyhow, breathing forest or breathing wood. Breathing wood, which one's the correct one? I never know when English releases. Anyhow, let's walk like this a little bit more to Blood Ash over here. And then I'll explain to you what makes this map so interesting.
Kreaturen aus Stahl bauen schreckliche Türme in meinen Wald. Oh, ich würde sie alle zerschmettern, doch ich muss es bewachen.
Worüber wacht ihr, Herr des Waldes?
Mein Kleinod, das Herz des Waldes, mein Besitz, es gehört mir. Ich muss es behüten, beschützen.
Right, so we have Blood Ash over here, who is kind of like a tree spirit of the forest. And we're gonna have a problem on this map, which are black towers, because we don't have a spell this time to get through. We only have one quest. Find a way to get to the portal, meaning that there's quite a few ways you can actually play this map. Now, one of the main ones that I like to employ is to first thin out the herd a little bit. You see, there's a couple of camps here of Kitar. We do have a monument here, Dark Elves, but it can be a little bit overwhelming to start playing with them without, just getting rid of at least some of the camps. I'm not gonna destroy all of them, but this one, for example, I will. Because we have some nice loot here as well. Now, the gimmick on this map is, or it has to do rather, with what the tree here is protecting. See, there's a little stone in there that we can take, pretty much, a jewel. If we take it, the good guy over there, or the good tree, is gonna become very hostile towards us. And he's gonna chase us. Now, if, while he's chasing us, he just happens to run into some of the blades, he will not hesitate to get rid of them. So you can see, this map has a lot of chasing to do. We have to, well, just kind of, I guess just kind of get him to do the brunt of the work for us. Which is easier said than done. And it's something you have to do, because without doing it, you just kind of can't pass this map. Well, maybe you can. Maybe there is a way. But I'm not entirely sure. I think, well, I'll show you later once we get to it, but I think there's a part, or a path, rather, you can take to get past the portals, but it requires a lot of trickery and very good timing, which I'm not entirely sure if we can do with this character. We can try, but there are no hero monuments on this map. Meaning, I would say this is probably one of the more difficult maps in SpellForce, in general, because of this, well, onslaught of enemies, which we'll see. We'll see in just a bit. Right, we've got quite a few Kithar camps on the map here. Quite a few blade camps too. So, well, one less now, but it's going to become quite important to, well, organize our resources well, because we're going to get attacked from two sides and we're going to get hit hard. Now, Blood Ash can be used to get rid of most camps of the blades. Maybe even the main camp if you're willing to die. Technically, you don't really need to use the monument on this map. But you should, unless you're, just fine with kicking the bucket a couple of times. I already see Arya in the distance over there. And I see a couple of camps. I'll destroy these camps. Because, it's only two, and it's very close to resources. Resources that I desperately need. I kind of need to clear them anyway. Doesn't seem like I can go around this. There's only 5 of them, so it's, it's whatever, but we gotta do it. Maybe, if you just decide to, run through and get to the portal, maybe you could do it by leaving all the camps alive. If you're a particular sadistic type of person who really wants to put themselves through something, but I'm not. I'm just trying to pass the map, so let's get through it. We're gonna get some very, very nice runes here, all for the next map, except maybe the Dark Elves. But I don't think I'll find the level 15 Dark Elves until I get all the way to the end of this map. So level 14 is gonna be where we are at. Level 15 would be nice though. Of course, I could be entirely wrong about this, misremembering information and making life difficult for me. But if that's the case, let me know in the comments. I mean, I will know once I've looted everything on this map, but you never know with these games. So, while we are hitting things, ooh, good sword, that we can't use, but it's a good sword. We might be able to use it if we are able to reach level 28. I talked about this in the last episode. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna farm for level 28. I just don't think it's necessary, by and large. Because even if I don't reach level 28, I'm gonna be doing just fine on or in Shadow of the Phoenix. But I do, want to get the most out of this in the sense that, without farming, just get the highest we can. But yeah, why do so many people hate this map? Well, frankly, I think it's because the map is relatively empty. You get on this map, and you really get the feeling that there's just not much to do. You see, most maps, when you play them, even the previous one, the one before, well, Southern Godmark also kinda went in this direction, but the map is very empty. If anything, it feels like a free game mode map, almost. Which, for those of you who don't know, free game mode is a kind of, well, just, you can play on various maps with various types of armies. The maps are usually from the campaign, but with different monuments. Some of them are new as well. Anyhow, yeah, it kind of feels like that, and many people don't like it, which is understandable. I will say, I'll play devil's advocate here. Because this map is so late, it's the second to last map, and you're in the middle of Urgath, which is a hostile continent. There's no one really living here. This is also, well, we went to Urgath in this episode, right? Last time we went through the portal to Urgath. Urgath is a completely different continent from Fiara. Not many people live here. If they do, it's mainly dark races. And this here, in the middle of it, there's just, no one to be here. No one to really, well, guide us or do anything. So we're kind of on our own, and it's teased in the previous map as well. So, This is where we are going to mount our defense, or offense, I guess, both. We're going to start, and quickly, as soon as we can, look to get some resources. The thing is, we've got a lot of stone, which is good. We're going to need a lot of stone. We've got Aria here, so it's not like we need to expand. Not too much, at least. But we want to be relatively quick about it, because we're going to start getting attacks soon. Sooner rather than later. One thing about taking the stone is, and that's why it's good to have units, the tree will aggro and it will mainly focus you, but that doesn't mean that you can't use other units to kind of pull the aggro on them. So ideally what you want to do, oh, this one's gonna be a bit too tough. Ideally what you want to do is to pull it, have it chase you all the way to, you know, one of the black towers. And then you want to use some of your units to kind of give it that extra last little push. I'd be curious to know in the comments though, how do you do this? Like, how do you play this? That's how I usually do it, you know, that's how I like to do it, but there's plenty of ways you can play this map, which I think speaks a bit to the, like, diverse options you have, in this sense. It's also one of the maps where I like to use towers, because even though we have units, and these units can defend relatively well, I like to use towers just to have kind of a backup of sorts, right? Alright, we're gonna put one quarry in this corner, and then in the middle later, I'm gonna put a stonemason. I'm just gonna focus on this first, because, well, Moonsilver and Aria, both are gonna be important. Moonsilver is the only resource that's kinda far off. And the way the resources are placed, you kinda have to defend above and below here, so... Definitely one of the maps where, if you aren't playing it for the... well, if you are playing it for the first time, rather, it's a good thing, in my opinion, to just kind of check it out before you activate the monument. Don't just rush into it, because you're gonna get attacked at a certain point. It's gonna be overwhelming, at least for some people from what I can tell, right? So if it's your first time playing this map, just take your time, slowly but surely, make your way across, and you're gonna be doing just fine. We've got 2 left here, but that's fine, we don't need those. We need more workers. We need more workers and we need units. All of these need Moonsilver, which is a little bit trickier to get. But regular iron here shouldn't be a problem. I guess food is something to think about. Definitely. Yeah, 100%. But as it seems right now, we are not getting attacked from too many directions. If at all, right? Which is good. Which is good. Now you guys go collect me Aria. While everyone else... well, I guess a forge would be in order. Seems like a nice place to put it. And then we're gonna start thinking about medium HQ. But with these buildings, we kind of have the basic building blocks to make our first units. Forge, we'll need the Onyx Tower for some things, but basic, right, we'll have with these. Alright, you guys can do something else. You guys can do me the Onyx Tower, actually. I'm gonna leave this space here largely open, because I want to put a lot of food there. What I also need is a... now where'd I put that? Stonemason. There we go, stonemason. So make me one of these, just so we don't have any stone issues in the future. And the 3 of you, you can make me a... actually a food store. I think might be good. Right over here. And after that, a medium HQ. In all honesty, it doesn't take too long to build up a base in SpellForce 1. Collecting resources might seem that way, but if you just do... Oh, I see someone. I spy with my little eye. No, but yeah, if you know what resources you need, just place things, you know? It's doesn't take too long, no. We also have fungus farms, which are the equivalent of the human... like wheat fields that you can also make. So, Forge Breeder. A medium HQ first, definitely. Maybe like right over here seems like a very suitable place. Just slides right in. Where's the... Oh, he's walking down here, okay. So he's walking down here. These guys are doing their thing. Help them with the medium HQ. Before I make the fungus farm, I kind of want to make other buildings that don't require people. But after I have a medium HQ, I don't think it's going to be an issue. This is looking good though. Resources are pouring in, slowly but surely. Iron... we'll get as well. There's plenty of resources actually on this map, spread all throughout it. It's just about finding it. And as soon as we do, we're gonna go for it. Dark Academy. Onyx Tower needs a worker. Dark Academy doesn't, so I think I'm gonna go for the Dark Academy here. As the next building. Dark Academy, and then perhaps... well, Moonsilver Armory and then Shadow Forge, definitely. But let's start with the Academy. Yeah, seems about right here. We're getting some stragglers, which we need to be careful of. Wary of, sorry. Careful about. While they do that, you might as well do me the Shadow Forge. I don't want to do too much here, though, because that space is going to be used for... where's like the door? It's like this, I think, right? So you can do me a Shadow Forge over here. Many of you. We could make a couple of assassins, but I don't think it's necessary yet. Also, I'm gonna make a few. I do think, compared to something like human recruits, assassins are quite useful, even on, maps like this. Oh, this guy seems like he's attacking, okay. But yeah, they do seem useful, but not entirely necessary. Alright, so. You guys are finished, perfect. Just so we have all the buildings out of the equation. Make this one here. You help them. Well, actually, no, you don't help them. You... I want to get this moon silver. I want to get this moon silver. I really, really do. Need some stone. There we go. Might be a bit risky, but I really want to get it. Come on, kill him. There we go. I do have to be a little bit wary now because it's quite the way off, right, from where our base is standing, so might be a little bit tricky. And we need the Onyx Tower. I'll put my large HQ here, and then we can focus on food. I quite like the design of the buildings of the Dark Elves. Looks very, like, edgy, literally. Like, full of edges. Not in a bad way, mind you. I quite like it. Let's see. Stonemason Fungus Farm after the Onyx Tower, yes. Don't know why I'm making so many of these this close to the edge there, but hey. Alright, let's get the Fungus Farm going. And a couple of towers, I think, would not be to my dismay. Now, these guys over there are annoying. Nothing else for now, just annoying, but could be dangerous. If they decide to venture up. So I think I'm gonna make my towers here. Makes them the most sense, like in this area. Just kind of cut them off. What I want to do before towers, though, because I need to protect this here. Alright. One of you needs to go in there to work. There we go. Oh, the map is darkening. That's not good. That's not good. Towers we do need, so let's make a few. Maybe with 4 even. Very nice, that's going well. And then a breeder, probably. 1 or 2. Everything else I seem to have, so... Make this. And now we can start making units. We even have a little bit of moon silver that came in. Now, Battlemaster receives a weapon with effects. Not bad. But... Ooh, this one, Dark Bond. This one's good. For Death Knights. So I'm gonna wait for that. It's gonna take a while to get any substantial moon silver in, though. Just because, you know, it takes a while. Even if we aren't using it. Maybe we can make a few units that don't require it, though. Like 5 of you. And then just come here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so how are we going to approach this here? What's the play? With an army, not that big of a deal, but we don't have an army yet. We don't have anything yet. Well, that's a lie. We do have a quite a nice base going, but not an army, no. And the thing is, they spawn, they will attack, so we need to be ready. Alright, you guys have done one down here. I'll make a few, just to kind of like seal this part off here and protect them. We're not using moon silver for it, so it's fine. 400, that's a lot. It's quite a bit, actually. Quite a bit. I could make a few necromancers. They cost a lot, but... Let's do it like this. They do cost a lot, but they give us a... They give us a very nice spawning mechanic that we can use. Alright, this guy... I'll attack him before he gets too close. Actually, we can all go. Let's go. There is also more aria here, so we're gonna get that as soon as we can. Yeah, they're getting close. Very close. Too close for comfort. Once they make this, I'm gonna start with the Aria here. Also, by the way, if anyone's wondering, you can kill that big tree from, from earlier. After everything's, said and done, you can actually just do a full army and kill it. It's very hard to kill. But, if you really want to, you could. If you really, really wanted to, you could. Now, Aria seems to be a little bit on the slower side, because we used a lot of it for this here, so let's use all 4 of you to collect some more. And while that's going on, I think I'm gonna start looking to explore here. This camp is bad news, definitely. How much, we'll see. There's no way I can actually take on the whole camp at the same time, but what I could do, maybe, is to pull a couple of them out, and then, kill them like that, so... we'll try. Yeah, we're definitely, not tanking many hits from the... Ooh, I see something down there. It's a level 19 too. It's gonna take a lot of damage. Problem is, it needs to be repaired after. Okay, he seems to be ignoring everyone, so... let's play along and just have him die to the towers. Okay, should be fine. Thank you. This we can upgrade. We're taking quite a bit of damage here. Quite a bit. And that I do not like. You might as well make me one of these, like, cow thingies here. Now let's confront these two. Now the easiest way to do this would be if we had any healers, but we don't. Which is one of the downsides of the Dark Elves. They're great at dealing damage, not that good at actually, healing it, so... yeah, in this, I don't think I need to... yeah. Alright, some goblins. Very nice. Okay. Now, what do we do about this? Everything at once is a death sentence. We do not need nor want that. But this camp seems to be pretty docile at the moment, so maybe go a bit further and take the next one out. Just to be on the safe side, let's make a few of these here. Yeah, oh my god, that's 2 19s. Okay, what do we do about that one? Okay, this should be manageable if I do it with... That's not good. And speaking of the other camp being docile, it's not anymore, so... let's go back. Yeah. It's fine if he kills them, that's not the issue. The issue would be if he destroys the build. Oh, actually no, he can. That's fine. I'll just summon them. Okay, now we need to actually do these as well. You see? Oh, and they do a lot of damage to the buildings. Okay. Alright, 4 of you gonna be here. You as well, once you're there. I love how they just don't care. Make as many of these as you can. And now we'll try and face him. Also kind of as a test, just to see if they can. I do think they can, but you never know. This camp would be nice to get rid of. Oh, how well are they gonna do? Not well at all. Not well at all. The problem is, this guy can't get affected by pestilence. Which is maybe something I should have considered before spending that much money on the upgrade. That's my bad. Okay, but obviously, we're gonna need to secure this a little bit more with... these guys here. You can go back here. Can at least make these 20. We really need to make sure to stop them here. If they push further than this, it becomes a problem, and I need to pull people back to defend. Someone died. Okay. Yeah, I need to push people back to defend. Necromancers are very strong because of the summons, so I'm gonna make a couple of them. Food's starting to come in, luckily, so... We should get to 30 relatively soon, but you never know. What I would actually need is a big HQ. A very big one. Just for the... for more workers. Nothing else, just more workers. Oh my goodness, okay, there we go again. Hopefully this guy picks it up at least. Okay, he saw us. Let's finish this and run away. Okay, run. It's a bit slow, but it's fine. Oh, they do hit quite hard. It's fine, we'll just make new ones. Let's repair. And then do it all over again. Because that's how it's gonna go. For the most part. They are very good at destroying everything we've got, so... This is also where this map kind of starts getting tricky. Because once they do start attacking, they attack. And they do it properly. Now, what I'm thinking of doing is to seize the opportunity over here, because they just attacked, and try and get rid of this village. But then again, that might not be necessary. We need a couple more towers here, that much is clear, but... What I also need is to start getting rid of this here. If I'm sneaky, now let me try something. If I'm sneaky, I might be able to destroy a couple of buildings without getting noticed. You can do this, by the way. Might be a little bit of a cheap trick, but hey. No one's gonna notice the building going up in flames. It does get rid of one of the spawn points, so... I don't consider this a bad thing to do. Some might say it's cheesy. I think it's, you know, making things easier for me. Okay, now we quickly leave before they catch us, and we do this one. And getting this one... Okay, never mind. I was about to say, getting that one should in theory let us get rid of the spawn point. Though... This might not be all bad here. If we go on this guy and kill a couple of them here. Okay, that's actually pretty good, I think. A couple of them will die, yes, but it's fine. Okay, now we do have to wait for these here. Oh, level 19s again. See, that's the tricky part. There's so many level 19s coming our way, it's really hard to keep track of everything. And I really need to make sure that I go first. If nothing else, these goblins are great fodder. I guess the necromancer too. I guess he's great fodder too, yes. Alright, at the moment down here seems to look peaceful enough. I'll... Come on, make it. I'll say peaceful enough so we can build this back up. Now, maybe if I do the same thing and get rid of one spawn point, that's one less, then we only have 2 to deal with. But that's a lot better, so... I do think they have a slight feeling I'm doing something here. But if I go all the way around, how's this? Nope. Nope, that is the same. But it's okay. It's okay, a few of them will bait in here to kill. Just kind of have to be careful not to do too many at once. Okay, no, they are... Okay, they are attacking, okay. Luckily, those ones seem to be relatively okay with levels, in terms of level. It's like level 18s, level 17s, no level 19s, luckily. But I am noticing resources being kind of on the low end. There's a lot of aria here. And that's number 1 down. I hope this disappears. Does it? Yes, it does. Perfect. Okay. And they survived down here, so... Congrats, I guess. Let's pull... No, you guys can stay. Let's pull a couple of these guys. Only a couple. That's a bit more than a couple, but okay. Half of them should retreat. I hope. Very interesting what we have here. I think that's going to be a berserk situation for me. Mind you, we can kill them fairly quickly with berserk. It's just... we can't use berserk all the time. But whatever you do, please use your spells. It helps a lot. If I actually had Berserk, I might even consider attacking them up front there. Just because I could probably kill most of them on my own. But without it, might be a little bit too risky. Okay, you guys repair this, please. Okay, I guess we're not done. But this is actually excellent if it happens like this. If, like, I'm the main guy they keep attacking. Which doesn't seem to be the case right now, but if I am the main guy they keep attacking, should be fine. Yeah, like this is completely fine. It's not just fine, it's ideal in many a case, but it's not always like this. Seems like the bottom is facing a bit more resistance too. But okay, to get rid of this, we are a big step. I think this is actually the biggest Kitar camp, so we get rid of this one. We're a big step ahead. A big leap forward after it. You know, these buildings get raised. I would like to hit, but since I can't, I'll just let them do it, and I'll do buildings, I guess. And I need Moon Silver. I need Moon Silver quick. Until I get it, I guess I'm gonna have to use more of these. Because I need units. I need units, but I also need Moon Silver. The Moon Silver down there is kind of getting depleted though, so that's not good. Alright, 5 of you, please go back down here. At least I'm getting Lenya. It's something, I guess. And Arya seems very, very good as well at the moment. But okay, 1 camp less. 1 big camp less. Oh, come on. Now, you know what? All of you run, I'll deal with this. The next one, I think this up here. The blades aren't really attacking here, but I think the blades also populate mainly the southern part of this map, so it's not really necessary. I mean, what I'm trying to say is, the blades aren't really the main kind of like focus right now. Not for us. I guess not for... we aren't their focus either, because they are taking their sweet time. Yeah, we're gonna wait for the unit repopulation here. With our, you know, soldiers. And then we're gonna push on. Oh, so many, man. So many of them. As long as the tower doesn't fall, it's fine. But we do have to be careful. Like, even for me, who is reasonably tanky, I'd say, they just do a lot, man. If only we had every other resource like we do stone, that would be perfect. But we don't, sadly. Okay. One more's coming, I see him, but he's gonna have to join up later. Well, now I'm gonna take 2 of you and repair. Because we need repairs, apparently. My lord. How do we do this now? I guess we're gonna have to pull again. I guess half and half. Most of them are level 17, luckily, over. Unlike the other one, where most of them were like 19, I think, right? So, shouldn't be as difficult, but still, you know. You never know with these things. You never know with these things. Let's see. Oh, right, there's some in the corner. Why wouldn't there be? Why wouldn't there be? I mean, makes perfect sense, no? Alright, I guess there's nothing to it but to do it. Let's go. So if I just run and then focus on just attacking them while they're busy with my, you know, my guys over here. We are gonna lose quite a few units here, but it's just distractions, you know? Doesn't really matter. A few here or there, perfectly fine. Okay, actually turned out better than I had hoped. And this guy's very slow on the up and up. Do it like this. Alright, let's go. We get rid of this camp. We've done a lot. I know I said this for the previous camp. I do think the previous camp was more, like worth more in that sense. But this camp is also a pretty big kind of thorn in my side, you could say. Okay, so I will take care of this guy. You guys take care of this here. All I hope is that we don't get any unnecessary spawns now. Because that wouldn't be nice. So just get the buildings. Just get the buildings, really. He's gonna die. He's gonna be killed. Oh my god, okay. Level 19, perfect. Oh, there we go. Level 15. Level... Okay, yeah. Note to self. When I replay this map, go get that first. I feel like that would have been very useful. Right about now. We're gonna need to make more of these guys, I think. You guys, please do some more repairing. Okay. Very nice. I do believe there's a little bit of moon silver up there, but there's also iron here, so let's just follow the direction the enemy is coming from. And see where it leads us. Since I've got... They're picking up. Might make another tower here, honestly. Yeah, probably gonna make another tower there. Please. Please. Oh, thank God, okay. I was about to say, he's not gonna just run past all of these, is he? We're gonna do some micromanaging here. Just to keep them moving, you know? Losing one tower is a big problem here, though. Definitely. I'm gonna make more workers immediately. And then just hope that these guys get killed before too much reinforcements shows up. I mean, to be honest, once we... This does not look good here. Ah, that's very bad. Okay, Right, I think I might need to intervene here. And go down with the next batch just to make more towers. Yep, okay. Does seem to be the case. So, guess we gotta do it. They'll be able to defend the left front, no worries, but... It's because this is not really... Like, they're not pushing as hard from here. They're pushing hard from the south. Even though mainly... Like, there's a lot of blade things and... Ooh. Hmm. Huh. Now I'm thinking if I need to rethink my strategy in general and just... Maybe I do need to do that. Let's all of you come here. All of you. And we are going to make a kind of defensive setup over here. With the towers. I think we're going to have to change the strat a little bit to accommodate for that, because the south just seems to be a little bit more aggressive at the moment, so I want to see where they're coming from and just destroy those camps. You just go repair it first, please. Please. Thank you. Okay, I'm not gonna provoke... I think I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. I would say I'm not gonna provoke too many of them. But let's just get rid of some of them at least. The level 19s, please. Get rid of them. Okay, and a level up. Great. That's actually very good. Because we get some base stats from it. Can you guys, like, do something here? Thank you. Okay. So we defended. That's good. Now we actually need to push out. You come here as well. Because I really need that moon silver. Probably should have made more towers. Definitely should have made more towers, but we cannot turn back time. So let's focus on doing what we can. So first and foremost, where in the ever-loving hell are they coming from? Because if I get rid of those camps, obviously, fewer of them are going to start coming, so that's a big plus. And I sure hope that both of them are coming from the same direction, because if they aren't, it might be a little bit tricky to get all of them to stop. There are more resources up here. I think we saw like Aria was in this area. We also saw iron over here. Luckily we don't need it quite yet. But once we eventually do, that's going to be important. Right, now they're coming from up there. So, to do it a little bit differently this time, let's make 2 of these. I haven't made any mind breakers, haven't constructed any of them. But they can be quite useful when it comes to stopping enemies. They'll only, you know, like, stop them for a very short amount of time. I don't think they're extremely useful in that regard, but, you know, they're not bad. Just not as good as the other one. In combination, though, it could be what we're missing here. Let's reconstruct the moon silver mine here. Well, these guys do their best to build up as much of a defense as we can. A little skelly. Okay, so I see someone's coming from up here. Oh, yeah. think that was definitely the right call to switch. But let that be a lesson. Don't be afraid to switch the battle lines, you know? Like, shove it around a little bit. Go from one to the other. You're gonna lose a few units, so what? I guess more than a few, but... so what? Now, let's see where the hell they're coming from. I have a slight suspicion, but one that I need to confirm. Yep, down there. As I thought. As I thought. Let's go down there then. I guess one of the important things on this map is also to act quick, because they do not stop attacking. So if you take too long to think, like, oh, am I gonna go this direction, am I gonna go that direction, it may as well be too late sometimes. So take the fight to them rather than wait for them to come to you. Yeah, down here. Down here, definitely gonna need to get cleaned up. Okay, now we regroup and take care of these ones. Okay, this seems to be working quite okay for now. Big emphasis on for now. There are some skeletons spawning because we're killing them at night, which is one of the traits of the Dark Elves. You can, you know, if you kill units at night, it'll have skeletons spawn, so... Gonna go up to 50. Make a few more of these. How we need to get rid of this. I think there's even one more in like the corner over there. These guys are finished. Can you make me one more? Yep, please do. Okay, I'll be the first one here. Down here, no? Oh, these are the blades, actually, okay. So we get to see those two. They don't seem to be very attack-heavy at the moment, though. Which is good, which is great, actually. Because imagine we had to deal with them as well. The only way I can see that be a feasible thing is... Renzor. Fuck, that's a boss. Oh, yeah, okay. Renzor, we will get you to. And then we have to hurry back. So I'll get Renzor, you guys get the buildings, and then we hurry. Dwarves, let's put that in. Everything else is fine, no? Perfect. Well, no, they're spawning more, I guess. So, not quite, but okay. Not gonna make the same mistake twice, so we're gonna make more of these. So that's one. Now we have to deal with this one over here. After this, though, I think we should be okay-ish. To stop these a little bit, I'm gonna take the skeletons here. They're kinda useless as it is, but we can make them useful. And we do have to play on the resources we have. Right now, we don't have any moon silver, pretty much. So, okay, you guys run here, just so they follow you. I really don't like the fact that my avatar is kind of like the last one in the line always. Makes it very difficult to do much. Alright, some points to the Skellies. They did manage to hold them off, so. Even if they died. But better the Skellies than our actual people, you know? Whew, okay. Shah Khan. It's gonna be a bother too. Could defend a little bit here. I guess pulling again is the strat. Severely underrated. Severely underrated. Wow, he's gonna two-shot you, mate. Get away from here. I'm kind of putting myself in these like middle positions just to take some aggro. It seems to be working out pretty well. We are dropping people, but hey. Nice. Nothing we can use, but nice. Nice, okay. Yes, and this is one of the issues with the blade camps. They've got these nasty towers in here. And you can, for the most part, destroy these buildings if you just go all the way around. That's not really the issue. The issue is getting those out of the way. Because, you know, you kind of want to clean the forest. Since we're doing this already, right? So, let's see. Okay. Okay. Looking mighty fine. Let's go back. I guess now we can look into redistributing some of the people we've got. I think 2 more should definitely go here. This probably depleted too, right? So, even though it's very close to the blades, I don't actually think they will attack me, so... On that prayer, I'm gonna make 1 here. And I think that should do it for now. Obviously, we're gonna need more for later, but... Yeah, iron's also something we need to think about. There's some stone here, but stone we don't really need. Like, at all. Let's all meet up here and go left. I think there's going to be another camp of the blades around here, and the main camp is in this area. But first we need to get rid of the Kitar. I think the most difficult part of the map is behind us, though. We managed to defend. Alright, let's see. I like how there's just 1 skeleton here. He's a defender. He can stay like this. I will allow it. Like this guy too. Actually, let's make them skelly buddies. They can be together. Actually, a couple of them here, but... I don't want to... I was thinking about sending them into the blades. I don't want to provoke them, though, because they're not attacking me right now. I don't want that to change. So, let's just play it smart. We have to remember, though, 1 is down here. 1 is... Is it 1 more or 2 more? That's what I'm wondering. Because one, probably down here, right? We'll see. But I think now okay, perfect, from there. Most of our stuff should be in order. Make a couple of these. Okay, that's the main one. This one we're gonna get to. Yeah, a couple of black towers here as well. These ones I'll let go past here. Mainly because I know they're gonna get stuck on the base, so... we just need a couple of them to repair things here. But those three shouldn't be able to break through, so... we should be fine. But yeah, I think this is the first map where... you know, with that little thing where they came from the south and destroyed a couple of buildings here? That was the first time we really had to sweat, I think, in this playthrough. Main camp here looks tough, yeah. The other games... I think Breath of Winter is also going to have one, maybe two maps where it's like this. Zirkan over here. One or two maps. And Shadow of the Phoenix is going to have quite a few. Okay, so it really is just two outside camps of the Blades plus one. So nothing too bad. But then again, they are hardly the main enemy. I think this might be too much. Most of them are luckily a low level. I say that, but they are killing my troops pretty effectively, so... especially this guy from the back here. Please don't do that. I guess all the other ones I'm gonna just send here. Alright, let's get rid of this. Oh my god, okay. I'll take care of him. You guys do the buildings or whatever. No chest in this one. No chest in that one. Alright, one more, and then we move on to phase number 2 of this map. The Blades. But how do we do this? Now you have to know, the tree is very slow. He's gonna follow us, but he is not exactly what I would call a speedster. Insanely slow, the guy. So... yeah, it's gonna take a second or two for him to get to where we need him to be. You know, for someone who's supposed to hit very often, I sometimes miss way more than I'd like to. Right? wave number 1 is out of the way. There are, however, more than just one. No, no, please, please, please. Let me do it. Let me be the tip of the spear, so to speak. In this situation too, I will heal, but I want all of you to focus them, please. Also, this spell is pretty good durability. You take minimal damage, but you also do minimal damage. But it's pretty good if you just want to kind of tank while your units do the, you know, the talking. Doesn't last for too long though, so. I've had a situation with that spell actually, where I used it, and then I just kind of thought it'd go for longer than it actually did. Ended up dying because of it, so be careful. Ah, there we go. Ishtar, probably the best rune in the game. Let's... no use to delay that one. I'll be honest with you, I'm not happy with how this guy's performing here. Shindar. So I think he needs to go out. He needs to get the heck away. The reason why I'm not happy with this performance is he doesn't really have any auras. Like, yeah, sure, he can, you know, throw a couple of spells every here and again, but that's not what I need him for. Alright, you four are gonna get me another mine. Preferably here. I think the area should be mostly cleared of any Kithar at this point. We are still missing moon silver, so I'd say let's take like 4 of these and send them here with a moon silver mine. While we... I'm gonna leave my army here. I need to go to the tree and speak with him. And we need to equip Ishtar. Heavy warrior, I believe, right? Yes. So he can have quite the nice things. Sadly, only level 9. I say only, but he can have this one. Thunderblade is better though, I think, no? Because of Fire Burst. I think so, yeah. If not, I'm sure someone's gonna let me know, but... And he can have Amra's armor. Let's go. See, that's why he's the best. Because he's the actual one who's gonna be wearing it. Some good rings to pair it with. There we go, perfect. Oh no, come on. Okay, army, we've got a straggler over here. Please take care of him. Before he destroys my beautiful building over here. Would hate for that to happen. See, the problem with this camp over here is not just, you know, getting to the portal, it's also getting into the camp, because there are 9 towers here in total. We can only see 3. There's 3 here, and 3 here. So... that's also something to take care of. I'm gonna quick save, just to be on the safe side here. Alright. So, what's the best way of doing this? I'm also thinking of maybe speeding up the game here, because he's super slow. Not by too much, maybe just like double speed, triple. Anyhow, we are going to take the heart of the forest, and he's going to become hostile. Level 30. Not sure if he would be the strongest being in the game, going by this, but he's pretty up there. He's pretty up there. Alright, this one we can kill as well. I'm thinking I'm gonna go down here. What's the best way of approaching this? Going down here. And then... Yeah, all of you are going to be used to just catch the couple of Kitar that are roaming around. Like this one here, so let's go back here. He will never stop chasing us. But because of that, and to make it more interesting, let's do a little time multiplier thingy. Let's try with 3. It's gonna put the game in 3 times speed. I'll quick save, just so we, don't die. But what I need to happen is I need him to catch kind of like aggro here. I don't really want to attack these guys. Now mind you, what I'm doing here is not cheating. There we go. Now we run away. And ideally, we're gonna run to the other side. Ideally, he's gonna catch the aggro of all of these. Right, very nice. Okay. Very nice. That should be one out of the way. Okay, the rest we can clear ourselves. Now let's go here. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of using alterations like this to change the speed of the game, but he's super slow. And for you, for me, firstly, that would mean just like needing to blabber about for God knows how long. And for you, as a viewer, like, well, you just gotta watch him walk after me. So, to save both of us a little bit of time, we're gonna do it like this. There we go, towers. Let's kill this guy here. Thinking of it, this might be like an interesting challenge to do with the game at some point. You know, playing it in like 5 times speed. Or 20 times speed and trying to manage everything. Here we're gonna have a similar situation. We're gonna wait for him. While we wait, you guys go attack this here, destroy it. Okay, so he's here. I do need to make sure I don't go too close. Right, let's leave you to it, mate. Yeah, you do want to make sure you don't go too close, because, you know, the tower can still kill us, so. Okay, that should be tower number 2. Now the big issue is up here. The big issue is up there. So how do we tackle this? Let me just loot before he comes back. I don't want to get hit by him. He hits like a truck. Luckily, he's kind of slow, so. So, what I'm thinking of doing here is to just kind of, you know, bait them around here. Focus on me, please. Focus on me. Just bait them around here. Like, who are you letting know, guy? Who are you letting know? There's no one there. Same for these guys here. Doesn't make any sense, but okay. Oh my god, okay, that's one hit. Whew, okay. See, this is the issue now. We kind of have to... I think we're gonna have to get some of our army to help out. Think we're gonna need that. So while we wait for the army, I just kind of need to... Ah, the Kithar up there, mate. Come on. Kill him. While we wait for that to happen, by having him walk... Let's try it with the skeletons, actually. So we got 4 of the very poor skellies over here. He can attack them too, don't be mistaken. Now, my goal is to separate me from them. Yes, perfect. No, 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 come on, come on. There we go. Okay, perfect. So we might get our way in here. Now it's gonna become a little bit easier for me to do it. I go kill this guy, so we get all of them. Now, while he's at it, I of course don't want him to stop. The blades can't do anything to him, really. I'm not gonna kill Blood Ash, because I feel like Blood Ash is kind of a nice guy. Okay, so clearly he has lost interest in this here, which I don't like. So how about we reignite some of that passion for the blades? Very nice, very nice. Keep at it, keep at it. So now, I should probably use this opportunity to walk to this end here while he's busy. Because if I do that, he's gonna take the closest route to me. Oh, perfect. He's clearing the portal thing. Excellent. So what we're gonna do now is have him go and do that. I just need to get there. Like, go over here, go over here. Just over there is fine, as long as he destroys these. Once that happens, I'm putting the... yeah, okay, no. It seems fine, it seems good. Oh, thankfully. Alright, I think it's a good time to... Well, actually, I'll put this back in, then we'll return the speed to normal. Alright. Sorry for antagonizing you. Here's your heart.
Mein Kleinod.
Very nice. He can still fight them. They just don't do anything to him. I like how he just doesn't care anymore. Right, let's put the speed back to normal. Alright, I hope you guys don't mind this, like, look at how he's walking. Look at this. This is what it's normally like. Imagine how long it would have taken us if we did it this way. No. Makes no sense. The way into the other map is clear. All that matters at the end of the day. Gotta do some last minute... A little bit of cleaning up here, but then we should be good. But yeah, if you ever want to... I mean, you can see the command I used. If you don't know you can do this, you can. There are even some mods that came out not too long ago that allow you to do this kind of a bit easier from inside the game. So use them if you ever feel like this game is kind of too slow. Speed it up. I just don't like doing it, because I prefer playing it in the regular speed, especially for a Let's Play, but this was one of the situations where it's like, you know, I could play it out at normal speed, but that's gonna bore you to death, and it's gonna take like 20 minutes longer than it actually should, so... Don't really see the point in that. But alright. That concludes the Breeding Forest. And we've got some units here. Now, technically, we could kill the tree. The big bad tree. I don't want to though, because I feel like he's like a spirit of the forest, you know? Kind of thing. And I would feel bad about killing him. So I'm just gonna opt not to do that. Oh, smelting works, there we go. I knew they had one. And this here. Alright. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the Breeding Wood. Thanks for watching. As always, I appreciate it. I hope you like the little escapades with, like, look at him, bro. He's walking at half speed. But yeah. Hope you appreciate the escapades. But that's how you do it. Next time, the final map. I want to see you here, Sharrowdale. And after that, we are done with the Order of Dawn. We're gonna finally be able to do it. But with that, thanks for watching. Join the Discord. I know you can hear me. And I'll see you soon. Bye.